Time tonight.
Are you busy tomorrow night? I'd really like to see you again.
You danced so great tonight, baby.
Ah, 'cause you're beautiful. New York City, 1977.
Is that Richie?
What's happening, guys?
You come back to the neighborhood looking like a freak. You're supposed to be okay with that?
A time of endless possibilities.
You want to be my dog?
Oh, naughty girl.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Joe Show. I'm Joe, and the movie we'll be reviewing today is The Summer of Sam, the Spike Lee joint. It stars Adrien Brody as Richie and John Leguizamo as Vinny. Let's get into it. The film takes place in an Italian neighborhood in Brooklyn during the summer of Son of Sam murders. And with this excitement of the murders and the Yankees being on top of the world and summer activities going on, this neighborhood starts to become a little bit territorial and trying to find the killer because it's happening in their neighborhood and they have no idea why it's happening or if there's a reason or if he's targeting specific people. So they're just trying to find people to blame and people to bring to the police to try and get them to plead that they're guilty or face death, whatever works for who they want to put up there on that pedestal.
Although police officials declined to stand in here.
Joe, I've been spending a lot of money. Be nice to get
come on, will you? Hey, shut the fuck up, all right? Just listen to this. Although police officials declined to discuss the contents of the note, our unofficial source said it was written by a homicidal maniac, a real sicko who lives in a nightmare world.
Joey, do I look pale to you?
You look all right, Vin.
Hey, Anthony, do I look pale to you?
Yeah, you look like a piece of mozzarella.
You guys are real fucking funny.
Holy
bunch
shit.
of fucking
Look
clowns.
at this. They got a map of all the killings. This is our neighborhood.
Oh, this Layton Avenue. Joe, look. We're famous.
Let's see that. You know, I'd lay 5-1 to kill us from right here.
You think the killer's from around here? Don't you think we'd notice a sicko like that walking around? Come on, Joey.
What do you think makes them sickos, you idiot? You don't notice them. Think this was some random killing? Think he just pulled off the highway to do this? This place is hard to find. You don't think he knew where he was going?
The only problem with trying to find the killer on their own this neighborhood's running to is that they only look at people who are different from each other or from the majority. So they look at people who are singled out, act different, look different, even speak different. And Richie is one of these people that are on high on everybody's list. He has a mohawk, he talks with a British accent, and at night he highlights as a gay dancer in a strip club. This causes the neighborhood to single him out and try and force him to turn himself in, and this is where things start to get ugly.
Hey, Vinny, you seen Richie?
Nah, not me.
He's the only guy on the list we can't account for last night. Where's this club, CBGB's?
Are you still with that shit? Huh? You know, I don't know how you guys follow this clown around, you know? It's like the blind leading the blind.
Hey, who's blind? They think for themselves, right?
I got my own mind.
Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you something. I know Richie, okay? I know Richie like if he was my brother, okay?
Even though you saw him outside the disco on the night of the killing?
Especially.
Even though we don't know where he was during any of the killings? Even though he fits the police profile, he's got those weird religious beliefs? That shit he pulled at the diner, that don't mean nothing? You know him that well?
Yeah, I know him that well.
Tell him, Bobby.
Tell him about the fag strip joint. Tell him who the star attraction was.
Fuck you talking about fag joint? Come on.
Richie's a dancer at Male World. A friend of mine works at. He also does porno flicks.
Did you know that about your friend? What else don't you know about this pervert?
Doesn't make him the son of Sam just because of that? Come on.
Killer, fag, pimp, punk rocker.
Well, yeah, pervert, homo, degenerate, whatever the fuck it is. I mean, come on. Who wants something like that around here anyway?
So as we get down to the end of the movie, this mob is searching desperately for Richie and trying to find him by any means necessary. And they go to Vinny, who is the right-hand man, and anything he says goes. So if Vinny says he's the killer, then he will be the killer, and they will have every right to go snatch him from wherever he's at and get him. So they ask Vinny for help to go get him out of his house and make sure he's in the street where they can finally gang up on him and get him to confess. And they come out, beat him up, and try dragging him to the police station himself.
Come on, man. Luigi wants to see you. Come on, man. Luigi wants to talk to you. Set me up, you mother.
Told you to fucking run. You don't ever listen to me, right?
Come on. What do you got? What do you got?
For me, the movie is a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I really like what they did with the lifestyle and the sex and the entertainment and sports industry of the 70s, and they really did a good job of putting that on screen. The conclusions that the neighborhood comes to, you can see why they came to those conclusions, and even as an audience member, you can draw some conclusions on yourself. And Spike Lee does a really good job of making you a part of the neighborhood and making you see what happens and what the ins and outs of the neighborhood and who to trust and who's good to know and who has higher status than most other people in the neighborhood. And as an audience member, you can even see where the neighborhood goes wrong and see why they made the wrong decision or why they made the right decision in some cases. It's just another beautiful thing that Spike Lee does, is really portrays all the characters and makes the audience evaluate for themselves their conclusions, and even if the audience would come to the same conclusions themselves, and really makes the audience reflect on themselves as a person and makes them see what conclusions they'd come to. One of the things I really love about this film is that it really comes to life. Using tension and movement and the music, it really immerses the audience within the story and really makes them feel part of the neighborhood, and that's just one thing that Spike Lee is ever so great at. And so that's going to do it for me. I want you guys to have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.